everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Student Fire Podcast, live from the Speak Fire studio. My name is Bobby Berg. I'm a motivational speaker for schools, and I'm here to help you live your best life today. What's going on, everyone? Bobby Berg here. Welcome back to another edition of the Student Fire Podcast, live from the Speak Fire studio. As a lot of you know, I've been uploading my vulnerability series where I was a guest on the Electrified Mind podcast, hosted by Philip Isaac. If you haven't checked that out, go check it out. Better yet, go find Philip Isaac. He's on Instagram, he's on YouTube, he's on every major podcasting platform. Give his podcast a look. It's incredible. Now, I hope everyone's been having a wonderful week, but I'm going to take a step back. I'm not going to be uploading the Electrified Mind podcast today, as a lot of you heard from last week. I'm going to start uploading that one on Wednesday as an additional, here you go, here's an extra episode. Now, I had this incredible thing happen this week, y'all. I don't know how to say it. I don't know how to make sense of it. It just kind of happened. I'm not a good student. I've never really been good at studying. I've never really been good at retaining a lot of academic information in large quantities. Well, this week what I decided to do, actually last week even, I decided to take a step back. Instead of taking all my homework and doing the reading on Tuesday, I would do the homework on Wednesday. I would turn in my discussion paper by Thursday, and then on Sunday morning, I would finish out whatever homework had to get finished. Well, that's what I used to do. This week, Monday came around and I said, okay, kiddo, I didn't want to do my homework. I really didn't want to do it at all. So I sat down and I said, all right, let's do this, man. Let's really get this work. So I sat down and I said, all right, let's do 5 minutes. Now, why 5 minutes? I said, do 5 minutes because if you don't want to do it, at least you'll have 5 minutes of it done. So when you go back to it, you're at least a little bit ahead. The method behind this is for most people, once you start those 5 minutes, you'll just want to finish it because you're already 5 minutes into it. Anyway, I wound up getting my discussion paper, which is a 3 to 4 page paper, all 80 reading questions, and both quizzes done all on Monday night. Y'all, do you know what that did? That gave me a whole week of time back to myself to do whatever I wanted with it. Do you know how nuts that is? I want you to look at your time schedule this week, and I want you to see where you could tweak what you're doing and see how much more time you could give back to yourself so you can get back to doing what you really want to do. If you really love playing soccer and you love being at soccer practice, y'all, you can be practicing if you just get your homework done sooner. I know it's not always fun to sit there and do your homework, but think about it. What if you changed up how you approached what you do? What if you changed up your methodology? Just something to think about. Real quick, I was talking to a student at the local high school. They're a musician. We were working on some really difficult music. In the middle of practice, you could see they were getting more frustrated. And I said, yo, what's going on? And she goes, Bobby, I'm upset. I said, all right. What are you upset about? What's going on? And she goes, I can't do this. I'm done. I quit. This is stupid. And I said, wait a second. All right, let's talk about this. When did you get the music? She goes, well, yesterday. And I said, wait. So you aren't able to do this at a pretty fast pace. You're not able to do this yet. And you're angry. Why are you mad? And she goes, because I can't do it. And I said, okay, well, when you can't do something like this, what happens? She goes, well, I feel like I'm not as good as the other kids. I don't feel like I'm worth it. I feel like I can't make it. Y'all, I told her this and I'm going to tell you the same thing I told her. Listen to this very, very carefully. If there's something that you can't do, if you come up short, if you aren't able to be number one at something right away, that is the first step to becoming amazing at something given time. You're not going to be good at most things in the world the first time you do it. Remember the first time you tried riding a bike? What happened? You fell down like 4, 5, 6, 7 times and then you finally got it. Now, riding a bike's not hard. Unless you don't know how to ride a bike yet. It's the same concept. You could still do it. You just have to give yourself the time to learn. Don't think that just because a couple people are really good at things super early on or they're naturally talented and gifted, that they're any better or worse than you are. Listen, hard work and dedicated focus will always outwork natural talent because eventually that natural talent needs that hard work and it's a skill that has to be learned. If you're going through something, if you're trying to learn a new skill, if you're trying to learn a new class, new information, give yourself time. Ask your teachers if they could present the information in a different way and explain to them how you learn best. So maybe they could vary up their lesson plan a little bit. That's their job. That is their single job, is to make you successful in school. Why would you not help them help you become the best version of you that you could be? Right? You gotta fall back in love with the process of getting better. Fall back in love with every step that you take. You get better, and it's more progress, and you're understanding how you learn more and more. I hope everyone has a wonderful, motivated, inspired week. Also, just so you're aware, every high school and middle school student that's listening to this, I'm just warning your main offices now, I'm going to be talking to them a lot. Because come 2020, we're going to be in the schools hard. We're going to be inspiring people a lot. And we are going to be helping everyone become the best them that they can possibly be. I hope everyone has a wonderful week. I love you very much, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace! That was another awesome episode of the Student Fire podcast. Thank y'all for sticking around for this long, but I got a question for you. Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? See, when I was trying to get this podcast off the ground, I had a lot of questions, like how do I record an episode? How do I get my show to apps? Like, do I have to do it individually, or can I just have one place that does everything for me? And most importantly, how do I make money from my podcast? Is that even an option? Well, honestly, y'all, your answer is Anchor. Anchor is the one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing your podcast. Best of all, it is 100% free and ridiculously easy to use. And now, Anchor can match you with great sponsors that want to advertise on your podcast. Yes, you. That means you can get paid to make the podcast. You can get paid to podcast the right way. In fact, that's exactly what I'm doing right now by reading this ad. If you want to get in on this, if you want to make your podcast a reality and you want your success and your word to be a thing, man, you already know. Hop over to Anchor and give it a start. You won't regret it. Catch y'all in the next episode. Peace.
I am excited to bring you my new book, Trendsetter, 7 Steps to Radically Stand Out to Be the Best You. This book details my journey of coming to the United States and being excited to embrace the American culture. But unfortunately, my culture was not accepted, and I found myself being bullied as a young girl. And in this process, I decided that I wanted to disconnect from my culture to be more accepted into American culture. And through that process, I got so depressed from trying to fit in that I attempted suicide my freshman year in high school. So this book talks about the journey of what I did to become radically transformed, to be the strong woman I am today. This book is something that's really going to enable the reader to understand and embrace who they are, embrace what makes them special, and become radically transformed. Get your copy today at becomingatrendsetter.com. Again, that is becomingatrendsetter.com, or check it out at my website at aishathomas.org.